Okay, so behind us is Willow World, and we are really keen to replicate it further up the garden. We have a few areas. Give them names, it's easy to identify. This is Willow World. It's made up of two varieties of willow. One is packing twine and the other is Brittany Blue. They're both basket weaving, so they have lovely long rods, but this is now 5 years old and is a wonderful habitat. It's a nice barrier, and we have a second area further up called Willow Universe, a third area called Willow Comet, and we
about to do another one.
yes, which we're calling Willow Constellation.
Yay. It might just be a theme there somehow. Obviously been watching too much Brian Cox, I think, but there we go. But look, what we like about it is the change. Hopefully you can pick it up on the camera, but the difference in colour. So you've got a kind of yellowy golden colour, which is the packing twine, parcel twine. I never get that right. Packing twine, and then the bluey red is the Brittany Blue, and it's way bigger than it should be, and you can see it's starting to come into bud actually, which is great. So yeah, we'll show you as we go through the year, but it's a really dense hedge, and again, not being an ecologist or a biologist, but if Dr. Google is to be believed, willow is one of the most diverse habitats around, or rather it supports one of the most diverse range of wildlife and animal and insect species. So
you will see us with Constellation. We have to fence everything, otherwise the muntjac
just eat
will
it
just
down to the
eat
ground.
it all. So we'll take you through the whole process, from putting the fencing round to me cutting the rods, the willow rods, to then putting them in the ground.
Yep, and then we'll give you regular updates as the year goes on, so you can see.
Yeah.
And by the end of this year, rods that are about a foot long should be up to 6 feet tall. That could be my height or above.
Yeah.
That's what happened with willow.
The difficulty is, I mean, the soil here is really wet, where there's some competition for the light because it's north facing, and there's some big pine trees, so there may be competition for the water, for the roots. So they may be a little, hopefully they'll grow, but maybe not as tall in the first year.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point actually. Yes, it might be a bit of a slower journey, but willow is pretty quick.
Yeah, it's robust stuff normally.
We've got a couple of biggies on the front as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, good. Okay, well, look forward to showing you that, and we'll be back soon. Okay, so what the plan is here, we've got to put a new willow hedge in, haven't we? So, so we're going to be about, what do we say, 2 metres out from the existing fence, and then put the weed suppressant in?
Yes, because the soil doesn't grow.
No, if it's right up
sorry,
to
the grass doesn't grow right at the edge.
We're going to go up to the corner here, aren't we? So
this is north facing.
Yes. Should we start with 2 metres out from here then?
No, I brought one as well.
Did you? Oh.
What did you think I was going to?
Oh, sorry, I went down into the shed. Well, right. Do you want to just put a pine cone down there for a minute? Perfect. Well, I suppose 2 tape measures is better than 1, right? Yeah, right. Measure here as well.
It's just over.
That's all right.
Okay. Where's the first marker?
Standing by it. That's looking good, actually, Age. What do you think?
Yeah. So now we just need some fence round
Yeah, posts and
chicken wire.
chicken wire. Right, while I've got a tractor, I'll go pick up the chicken wire. It's in a
Okay.
couple of places, yeah. Right, so we've got 4 rolls of chicken wire. 2 big ones, these are 3 foot, and then the 2 foot. And we used to have a trailer as well. Right. What would 3 metres look like? So.
Hold on, let me hold it for you.
Thank you. It's not going to have any weight on it, is it?
No, well, just the chicken wire.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
There's 3. I'll go find a brick hammer and we want a pencil then to mark the length as well. So. Oh, sorry, there's 3. Yeah,
Wait, 101. First one. Okay.
okay, can you hold the post a minute, darling? Thanks. Yes. Let's see if we can get this on. I remember how this bloody thing works now. Huh?
There's got a twist.
Oh, yeah, there's holes in the elastic, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I think it's meant for a bigger pole because that's the last
Yeah.
one. Okay, you can see the spirit levels.
Yeah. So you. Okay, can you see? Okie doke.
Okay.
You watching the pencil mark?
No. Keep going.
Oh, I thought you might say that. Yeah, we can just go around the whole corner actually, Harold. Go around the whole. That's it, just to the corner. That's it. Right, shall I tack this one on? I'm going to have to do this without my gloves, I think. It's too. Can't.
It's freezing.
I know! Gosh. Right. Ooh, down we go. Ooh. Oh, my knees are playing up these days. Right on there. Oh. Hit it straight. Come on. That's a good first one there. Okay. Ooh. Ow.
Only 20 to go.
Pardon?
Only 20
Only
to go.
20 to go. Yes, thank you, darling. You know how to make a fella feel good.
Is this going to be the entrance?
No, we'll have the entrance up the other end. What do you want? I mean, does it matter? Well, let me just tack it then,
Okay.
and then if we can then argue about that later.
So it's starting to blow gale. We've heard there's another storm on the way. So trying to get this done before it rains and the storm blows in.
Well, there's no point in us both getting wet, H, so I might as well go in.
So this morning I've cut some willow, Daphne blue and packing twine. I'm going to cut some rods, about 18 inches, and then start planting them in the sectioned off area that we fenced yesterday so that we get a willow hedge. And I'm going. So I've got my rod, this is my template size, and I'm just going to cut through all of this lot. and it's a sort of pencil with, I think you can actually be a generous pencil. There's a lot of thunder and it's gone quite dark, so I don't know how long I'm going to last out here before it rains hard. Let's keep going. I've just come inside. Noticed all the hailstorms in my basket. The willow, the rods that I've cut, I doubt this is enough, but it's a start. I'm just soaking in water.
Hey ho, it's the work we go. It's going to have to be a repeat hey ho, because I can't remember the next line of the song. But yeah. Cool, look at this friendly blood. Right. It's good to see you tidied up every vestige of
It
wasted.
was hailing.
And you left your mini dibbler out in the rain.
Okay.
Sounds like a bit for something seen from MacArthur Park, doesn't it? That song. Somebody left me cake out in the rain or whatever it is.
Do you want to have a moan about anything else while you're at
I'm
it?
not going to have any moan. I'm glad it wasn't recording at the time. Right, are we up for some dibbling? So we've got to get in here somehow.
Yeah, yes, you fastened it in.
I did, but hopefully I left it. Oh, look at that. There we go.
So we are planting some Brittany blue willow rods. We're planting quite close.
Yep.
Because it's hedging. If it was for
Trees or wood, they'd be further apart a bit.
If I was wanting willow for weaving, we'd have it separated much further.
Yeah, we just want a dense barrier, don't we?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ta.
No, I gave it the right way up. You've got to. You need the buds pointing upwards. That's right.
Right, ta. I was going to ask you which way is up. I'm worrying about that whole of my life. Right. There we go. Just press it in slightly as well.
Yes.
Okay, a bit more. There. Good enough?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, good. Oh. Right. That's it. Are we nearly finished yet?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. I suppose, given it could get quite dry here, the deeper the better, I suppose. Huh?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Well, we did the other ones. I can't remember now how deep we planted them. But out in the fields, it's much damper, isn't it? Do you remember? It was a really dry summer and
Yes.
really dry spring. Right? It was still, soil was still really wet. We have our usual fair division of labour here. That Wifely gets to fiddle with the GoPro, and Hubiscum, as usual, in the prone position on his knees, back aching. But he doesn't know.
No, not at all. Never.
My recollection from the others that we planted is that we had a really good hit rate in terms of the ones that survived.
Yes, and some of them were a bit thinner than these.
Yeah.
But I've kind of gone for chunky because of the shading, and there's other trees, so there's roots, which means it could be drier here.
Yeah, and we're earlier this year because at the very first one we did, Willow World, we lost more of them But that was because we hadn't put any fence up, and the
muntjac
muntjac got in, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't anything to stop them, so they had a field day and they just ate some of them to death, didn't they?
Yeah, there's nothing muntjacs don't eat apart from daffodils and snowdrops.
Yeah. Oh, have I got that the wrong way? That's
Yeah,
going to
the
be
buds
pointing up.
going
That's it. That's right. That's pointing up. Yeah, just check I don't inadvertently invert them.
So these have been in water a week,
Yeah.
but not long enough to dry out, and not long enough for roots to start to grow at the bottom yet. But if we left them in water, they would quite quickly root.
And we did leave some in the utility room once for more than a week, didn't we?
Oh, I have had some in the big trough for after I came back from Ireland, from Joe Hogan's. Oh gosh, back in 20.
Back when we were young.
And that was in the trough for over a month or so, longer,
Oh God, where's the hole?
and was rooting all over.
Yeah, and they're not just tiny little roots, they're several inches long, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the one we did not last year, 2 years ago now, which we'll show you at some point.
Willow Universe.
Yeah, and the Christmas tree farm. We lost almost no willow because it was fenced like this from the start. So we learnt our lesson. It takes a bit longer and it costs more, but it works far better. Oh, right on top of a stone there, Tim. Move that a bit, H.
And the but the preparation that takes the time. I mean, this has been easy because it's on grass, but Willow World and Willow Universe were
we had a load of strimming to do, didn't we?
yeah.
Tidying up. Oh, yay. There we go. There we go, H.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that little bit of activity's put 40 rods in. It's taken us about halfway down the first row, so let's say 80 per row. We've got to do 3 rows, so that's about 240 rods that we'll put in by the time we finished. So yeah, it's pretty good, and I expect most of them will come, and by the time...
Well, Tim was spot on. 240 rods of willow. Just finished putting in the last, but I've got a few spare.
That's it, good. Just putting the top layer of wire up. And as you can see, we have the usual division of duty. That Hibiscum gets to do all the hard work and Wifely doesn't. Oh, Wifely, focus on that Brittany blue there. Can you see? There's a leaf coming. Don't you dare damage my wire.
I don't think so. I need to get closer.
Yeah, I'll have to go around the other side, but there's some coming. Right. Okay. So we'll bring you back shortly when we've done a bit more of this, but we're just pinning up the second level of wire because otherwise it's a bit too short, and the deer can jump over it. So we're putting up a second layer, and then we'll pin this and tidy it, and you'll see what it should look like, but it's just being tacked up at the moment. Thank you for the coffee.
Yeah.
That's
Hello, everyone.
Go on. Sorry.
Just saying hello, everyone.
Yes, morning. It's a lovely, lovely Sunday morning again, isn't it? Actually, bright blue skies. You can probably hear the birds twittering. So what have we been up to then, H?
We've been this morning so far. We have finished off putting the chicken wire around the willow area we call Constellation. That didn't take us too long, which was, so it always does when there's the two of us doing it. We just get on with it and time seems to go quickly.
Yes, so it's now mudjet proof.
Yeah.
Which is good because we can see the willow starting to bud, isn't it, a little bit. We'll show you better give it another couple of weeks and it'll be, you'll probably see leaves on it, I would have thought, healthy.
Yeah, I think
Quite a lot of it. Yeah.
And then we've got a second willow area we've mentioned called Comet.
It's only a small one, as you might guess from the name.
And this only grows willow called black mole, which is basket weaver's favourite. But my friend Karen has given me some willow she's growing. Chermisina, what did I call it? Chermisina, which is bright scarlet. So we've just been up to Comet measuring the ground that we need to prepare. So we've got about 15 feet of ground to sort out, and then get some stakes, more chicken wire, and plant the rods, which are soaking in water at the moment.
So we'll order up the bits this week, today, later on in the evening, and it'll all be here for next weekend, I thought.
And then that should be the last of the willow
For a while,
until winter.
Yes.
Keep an eye on the weeds, but we've put weed suppressant down, which really helps. But there are a few nettles up in Willow Universe. There
are, yeah.
As
the willow gets bigger and meatier, it doesn't really notice it, does it? It outgrows, the willow gets going, and it is.
Hello again. The making of this willow hedge that we've called Constellation is one of a number of projects Tim and I have been working on over the past few months. We hope you'll join us and follow us through the seasons going forward as we complete things like our winter pruning, felling a fallen tree, preparing the swimming pool for the summer, and much, much more. We look forward to showing you more of our Breckland life.